Alright guys, here is the work and the answers to your homework assignment lesson 8.1, the practice worksheets. Okay, so I'm going to try my best to run through all these within 15 minutes. Your classwork was number 1 to number 15, the odd problems, and then your homework was number 2 to number 16, all the even problems, and you have to do both even and odds. You have to submit the odd problems at the end of the class to get full credit, and you by tomorrow you have to submit all the even problems including all the odd problems to get the total of 10 points. Okay, so number 1, write the product using exponents. Write the product using exponents. Okay, you have number 1, negative 3 over 7 times 3 over 7 times 3 over 7. So I know that when I come to multiply, I can apply the associated property. I can rearrange them. So from here, I can see 3 over 7 times 3 over 7 times 3 over 7. Let's say write the product using exponents. So there are the factor 3 over 7 show up 3 times. My answer is going to be negative 3 over 7 to the third power. Okay, negative, the negative goes outside. Okay, 3 over 7 to the third power. Okay, all right, that's number 1. And then for number 3, let me zoom out a little bit. Number 3, you got 25 times 25 times 25 times 25, and there are 4 factors of 25, so you should have 25 to the 4th power, and you have negative p times negative p times negative p times negative p. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You're gonna negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative is gonna be a negative, negative times a positive is a negative, and then I'm sorry, negative times a negative is a positive, positive times a negative is a negative, negative times a negative is a positive, and then positive times a negative will give you a negative. So it's going to be negative p to the 4th power. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 to the 5th power. Sorry. Okay, so there is my answer to number 3. Now number 5 is say evaluate the expressions. Evaluate. So you have 7 to the 3rd power, or 7 cubed. It means 7 times 7 times 7. Okay, well, we know that 7 times 7 is 49, and if you want, you can do the math out, or if you have a calculator in handy, you can use it to speed things up a little bit. But if you take 49 times 7, it will give you 343. 343. So that is how you evaluate the expressions. Okay. Negative 4 to the 4th power. Negative 4 to the 4th power means negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4 times negative 4. Right? Alright, a negative times a negative is a positive, times a negative is a negative, times a not a negative will be a positive. Again, because my exponent is an even power, and the parentheses go around the negative 4, so you take negative 4 times itself 4 times, so you're going to end up with a positive. And then you take 4 times 4 times 4 times 4 times 4. Well, you can do this is 4 times 4 is 16, and then 4 times 4 again is 16. So 16 squared, or 16 times 16 is 256. Or you can take 4 times 4 is 16, 16 times 4 is 64, and 64 times 4 will give you 256. That's number 7. Number 9, write the prime factorizations of 1323 using exponents. Hope you guys remember the 3 factor that we learned from 6th and 7th grades. Okay, so you can take 1, 3, 2, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, and you're going to break it down. Well, I can tell you right now, well, the ending number of this number is a 3, so I'm not going to factor to 2, 4, or 8. So I'm not going to try to factor into an even number. If you knew ahead already, if you can know, if you knew is ahead, you can try to factor by 21, 7, 49. But let's say if you did not know that, let's try to break it up to a 3 first, because it ended in a 3. So let's see if it's divisible to 3 or not. Okay, and one way to know that, you can take 1 plus 3 is 4, 4 plus 2 is 6, 6 plus 3 is 9. So you add all these 4 numbers together, it's going to give you 9, and 9 is a multiple of 3. So I can know right there that this number is divisible by 3. So 1323 divided by 3. Well, 13 divided by 3 is 4. Right? 4 times 3 is 12. And then remain 1. 12 divided by 3 is another 4. And then 3 divided by 3 is 1. So you break that up to 3 times 441, right? 441. And then if you want, you can take 441 divided by 3 again. Okay. Because 4 plus 4 is 8. 8 plus 1 is 9. So it's going to be divisible by 3. So 4 divided by 3 is 1. Remain 1. 14 divided by 3 is 4 times. 3 times 4 is 12. 14 minus 12 is 2. 21 divided by 3 is 7. Alright. And let's keep breaking it down to more. Definitely go to 3 again. 14 divided by 3 is 4 times. Remain 2. Right? 27 divided by 4 is 9. And then 9 is a perfect square number, right? 7 times 7 is 49. That's 7 times 7. Now, let's go back and read the question. They want you to write the prime factorizations of 1323 using exponents. So you have to go back to your factor tree and write this in exponents. So I see 1, 3. Okay, let me circle that. 1, 2, 3. So from there I can go ahead and say it's going to be 3 to the third power, 3 to the third power, times 7 to the second power. So the answer for this is 3 to the third times 7 to the second. And that is how you factor 1323 using exponents. Okay, they want you to write that in terms of exponent expressions. All right, number 11. I think I did 11 and 13 in class already, but let's do that again. But I'm going to speed things up a little bit here, okay guys? Everything inside parentheses. Let's do that first. So 20 squared is going to give me 400. 20 times 20 is going to be 400, okay? All right. And then minus 3 squared is going to give me 27. All right. Times 8 squared. 8 squared is 64. Okay, times 64. And then close parentheses divided by 16. Okay. Everybody good so far? So now you're going to have to multiply 27 times 64 first. So don't take 400 minus 27, because the order operations say you have to multiply first before you subtract. So you take 27 times 64. 27 times 64 will give you 1,728. So I'm going to bring it down here so you guys can see. So you have 400 minus 1,728, and then divided by 16. And this is one of the reasons why I say make sure you show work on a separate sheet of paper, because there's no way we have enough space to write everything out on this worksheet, except some of these problems like the top. Yes, you can go ahead and do that, but with some of these problems, especially the word problems, you need to write them out so that you have enough space to show all the work. 400 minus 1,728, well, 400 is a smaller number, minus 1,728, you're going to end up with a negative number. If you take 400 away of 1728, you have 1,328. But remember, it's a negative, and then you divide it by 16. Okay, you divide it by 16. Okay, again, 1328 divided by 16, your final answer is negative 83, because a negative divided by a positive will be a negative. So your final answer is 83. Definitely, this is the kind of problem where you're going to have to say to yourself, you know what? As long as I know how to use the order of operations, I'm going to speed up myself by getting the calculator to assist me, okay, when it comes to these numbers right here. All right, so that's number 13, okay? I'm sorry, 11. So let's go to 13. Let's see if I can squeeze 13 in here. You have 6 to the third power divided by 3 to the third power minus 2 to the third power. Everything inside is parentheses. So take care of the parentheses first before you multiply to 1/5. And then these two vertical lines, if you forgot, those lines, it means you take the absolute values of everything inside. Okay, so leave the 1/5 alone. I'm going to write it right over here. Leave the 1/5 alone for now. Okay, 6 over 3. 6 over 3 is means 6 times 6 times 6. 6 times 6 is 36. 36 times 6 is 216. Alright. And then 3 times 3 times 3. 3 to the third power is going to give you 27. Minus 2 to the third power is going to give me 8. Alright. Close parentheses. And then the absolute values. Now you have to take 216 divided by 27. 216 divided by 27. That's going to give me 8. So you're going to write the absolute values of 1/5 times 8 minus 8. Close parentheses. And then close the absolute values. Well, 8 minus 8 is going to give you 0. And 0 times 1/5 is 0. And the absolute values of 0 is going to be 0. So the answer to number 13, ladies and gentlemen, is 0. Alright, so that's number 13. I have a couple more minutes before my time is up here. Here's number 15. Oh, wow, okay, well, good. Then I think I should have enough time. But I'll probably do one part only, and I'll let you guys do the second part. It says complete the table. Compare the values of 3h. 3 raised to the h power minus 2 with the values of 3 raised to the h minus 1. Okay, so I'll do one of the I'll do two of them, and then you guys can do 3, 4, and 5. Make sure you check your answer is right. So 3 to the first power. Well, 3 to the first power. 3 to the first power is 3, and then 3 minus 2 is going to give you 1. So when h is equal to 1, the output is also 1, right? When you plug the 1 in for the h, the output is also 1. All right, and then you have the next value is 3 raised to the h minus 1. So the whole thing is h minus 1 is the exponent. So you put the 1 in for the h. 1 minus 1 is 0. 3 to the 0 is going to be 1. Okay, so when h equal to 1, both of these output are the same. Also, it's going to give you 1. And tomorrow I will make sure, if I remember, I'm going to explain to you guys why 3 to the 0 power is equal to 1, but not 0. 3 to the 0 is equal to 1. So any number raised, any non-zero number raised to the 0 power is going to give you 1. All right, and then you have 3 to the h, 3 to the second power minus 2. All right, 3 to the second power is 9. 9 minus 2 is going to give you 7. So the answer is 7 when the input is equal to 2 for the first one. All right, for the second one, you have 3 raised to the 2 minus 1. Okay, well, before you do that, you have to simplify the top first. You have to simplify the power first. 2 minus 1 is 1, and 3 to the first power is going to equal to 3. So that is the difference right there. So when h equal to 2, the first expression, you have output equal to 7. And when h equal to 2, the second expression, you have the output equal to 3. All right, and that's my 15 minutes is up.